How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my FIFA 16 PSG Career Mode Season 4 episode April. Sorry, I got a bit confused there. April, yes, episode April. And yes, my timer has started. I've got my chat line on, and we're going to get right to it. I'm sure some of my subscribers and hopefully future followers join us any minute now. We did have Car Chuckle, Luco HD, Wally, Gabenga in the previous episode. I want to do a big shout out to all those three individuals for really contributing to my FIFA 16 video. I am deeply grateful to those individuals, especially as of late, Car Chuckle, who has been contributing to a lot of my videos. I am very grateful for that. Thank you so much. But above all else, guys, let us find out what have we got for this episode. Today we face in the Liga EA Guingamp. Then we take on Arsenal for the first leg at the Champions Cup in the quarter-final. Then we go back to the Liga against Stade de Reims. Then we take on Arsenal for the second leg of the Champions Cup in the quarter-finals. And then we go back to the Liga, taking on Troyes. And then our final game of the month would be the Coupe Nationale semi-finals against our rivals, Olympique Lyonnais. So stay tuned, guys. It's going to get very interesting. In the meantime, we do have an email, and it's a training injury. An injury occurred in training. Unfortunately, Mats Hummels suffered a lateral collateral ligament. The initial assessment from our medical department is that he will be out for about 2 months. Oh my flipping God. You have got to be joking. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, Mats Hummels, one of my best defenders, is going to be out for 2 months because of a training injury. We don't need this. We don't need this right now. Guys, feast your eyes, okay, on my calendar, right? All these matches and Mats Hummels is not going to be there. We're going to need to establish what to do right now. So in our first squad, we definitely have my top 3. Benzema, Neymar and Bale. Now, Ronaldo is going to come back to the first team in that left midfield position. Robin will stay on right midfield, so he doesn't need to play for the second. I mean, Neymar won't need to play for the second team anymore because he can just play for the first team. Tielemans will be in that cam role. Yes, it's a cam role, and he can play a cam. And Modric will be playing that CDM role. Our back 3 was Silva, Coentrao, and Hummels. But guess Rugani has just been promoted and can now play for the first team. But then that leaves us with the dilemma of who will replace Rugani in the second team. Romagnoli and Digne can't do it alone. And I have no more defenders. So guys, simply put, I'm going to need to bring someone back who's out on loan. So we might not need to promote Rugani into the first team, even though he's eligible and even though he deserves it. But I do want him to stay in the second team to help Romagnoli and Digne because he has that chemistry with them. So therefore, I am going to have, right, I think I'm going to have someone who's out on loan definitely come back. I'm sorry, guys. I just feel a little bit disorientated right now because Mats Hummels is one of my best defenders and we're not going to have him for 2 months. That's a lot of games in 2 months. I'm going to get rid of these 2 youth players, but I can't because you can see as clear as day that there's too many players released already. So I'm going to have to wait for a little while before I can do that. So maybe next month. Now, I could bring back Sule, Marquinhos, or Malo. I'm thinking Sule. Sule's 85 overall and 23 years old, and he can definitely fit into the first team. Definitely. He's a beast. Look at all his specialities. He's the complete defender now. An absolute beast of a man. And I'm going to bring him back. Yeah, I'm going to bring him back. I'm going to do that right now. I've got to, guys. I absolutely got to. It's so important. It's gonna... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. He's injured as well. Oh, my God. 7 weeks he's going to be off. He's the same as Hummels. Oh, I'm having a rant right now. So, has to be Marquinhos then. Please don't tell me he's injured too. Thank God. West Ham, you're going to have to do one, mate, because I need Marquinhos back. He needs to be in the first team. So for $2,210,000, I'm recalling Marquinhos back to the squad. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to come back. So we're going to receive that email, player returning from loan. We paid West Ham the fees. We're going to go to my crucial team, and Hummels is getting replaced by Marquinhos. Welcome back to the squad, my man. You alongside Silva should be a very good pair. Cohen Charles from Portugal, so he's kind of left out in the Brazilian defence. So, on the bench for the first squad, we have Tevez for striking, Ongenda and Augustine for the right and left midfield. Baerbeck has got a red card at the moment, so I'm going to have Stambouli alongside Rabiot for the midfield. And Romagnoli and Digne are supposed to be my defence. Luco is back, guys. Say hello to Luco. Luco, you're looking... thank you so much for... I was about to say you're looking good then. Thank you so much for joining me today. You missed it, dude. If you can rewind the stream, that'll be great. That'll be really great, because then you would understand exactly what I'm going for right now. Mats Hummels is out for 2 months because he's got an injury. And I tried to call back Sule to play in the first squad, but he's injured as well. So instead, I called back Marquinhos, so he's going to play in the first team. So I'm just sorting out my bench at the moment. Romagnoli is not going to be able to play this next game. So I'm going to put Perisic back on the bench, because he plays for the second team, and he can play both sides of Ronaldo and Robben. So everything is covered. Digne is my only defender, but let's have Rugani. It's my only. No, we need two defensemen. So I'm taking Stambouli off, putting it on Digne, so we can have 2 defenders for the substitution. Perisic to cover both the left and right. Rabiot to cover the midfield. Augustine and Ongenda to cover the wings, and Tevez to cover the striking area. So I'm going to save that for my crucial team, my first team, because I do understand we're coming up against EA Guingamp. So we might not even need the first team for EA Guingamp, because they're 11th, so we can even play the second squad. Looking at our calendar, we're going to need to play the second squad against EA Guingamp, because we have a Champions Cup game just around the corner. Now, Perisic says I'm in pretty good form lately. I'm feeling good, so I hope you're not going to bench me for the next game. Don't worry, you won't be benched. And Ronaldo says, boss, I'm fit enough to play next time out if you want to take a chance on me. No, I'm not going to take a chance on you, but it's not that. I'm not going to play the first team. Are you going to for the youth players or experience? Luco, I've done a project where I created a youth squad through the academy, and I gave them the opportunity or at least planned to give them the opportunity of playing every single Coupe de Ligue game. So come their first game against Bordeaux or Marseille, they got destroyed like 4-0. So that within itself was just a scrapped project. So I recalled my youth academy scouts. I fired all of my youth players. And I'm basically furious with that project. And I'm not going to pursue any more youth players. Not until later on in this career, when all the experienced ones are gone. So I'm sticking with experience, mate. Because I am not playing these games, I'm simulating them, and I can't depend on my youth players. So we're gonna play the second team, but unfortunately a couple of players have been banned from the next game. So I'm gonna have Tevez play in that striking role for the second team in this game. Romagnoli can come out of defense because he's not eligible to play today, and we're gonna have Marquinhos play for the second squad, so he can just get back into the spirits of PSG. He hasn't played with us for a long while, and I think he deserves to have a shot. So Stambouli, I don't want you to be the captain any longer. I would love the captaincy to be passed on to Marquinhos for this second team. And also Alves is going to be in goal today for the second team, as I've dropped him from the first squad to have Juan Carlos in the first team. So we have Benzema on the bench, Robben to cover the left midfield and right midfield. We can also have, I think, or do we have Neymar to cover the left wing, Bale to cover the right wing, Tielemans cover midfield, or Modric to cover midfield? Modric could cover midfield, and we'll have Ronaldo. Yeah, I think that's good. No Robben, no. Let's take... See, I don't even think we need Neymar because he can only cover left wing. So Ronaldo can cover left wing and left midfield. Bale can cover right wing and right wing midfield. So him and Bale have got the wings. Benzema's got forward. I reckon Robben... No, Tielemans. Tielemans and Modric to cover the midfield. Centre midfield. With Kyle Silva as our defenceman. I think that's a nice little setup right there. Okay. So hopefully my rotation team can beat these guys at home and gain 3 points for us. Best of luck, guys. And we win with 2-0. Alves gets a clean sheet. Tevez was a goal scorer along with Ongenda, but unfortunately Stambouli gets injured. Rugani gets a yellow card. Stambouli gets taken off through substitution and gets replaced by Bale. So, Modric and Tielemans didn't replace Stambouli. How bizarre. My assistant coach is a little bit weird. Carl Chuckle has joined us, guys. Thank you very much for joining us, Carl Chuckle. I hope you enjoy the show. And now we got 7 emails. Switzerland want me to manage the national squad. Reject. Press conference for the upcoming game against Arsenal. Motivate my squad as always. Stambouli has suffered a bruised elbow and will be out for 2 days. Suspension is over for Romagnoli. Suspension is over for Bayabek. But Rugani gets suspended for accumulating too many yellow cards. Perisic said, "Hey Gaffer, I really appreciate you listening to me and let me get out there and play while I'm in form. You're absolutely welcome, dog." Okay. So, don't you worry, Carl Chuckle. I have officially decided for Juan Carlos to be the permanent first team goalkeeper. So he's going to be playing in the Champions Cup game against Arsenal. And unfortunately, Cohen Trowell will not be eligible to play. So we've got Silva and Marquinhos But replacing Coentrao will likely be Rugani. Now, I'm hoping everyone will be recovered by then, so fear not. But we do not have... Oh, we're going to have to promote Romagnoli to go on the bench alongside Digne for this upcoming game. So, I'm thinking Tevez needs to come off the bench now. He is 35 years old and not eligible to be a part of this team. We've discussed that a while back. So Bearbeck's going to be our striking supporter, but can also cover the left wing and right wing. Ongender for our left wing, Augustin for our right wing, Rabiot for our midfield. More or less for the CDM, to be honest, perfectly honest. Perisic can cover left midfield and right midfield, and Digne and Romagnoli has got defence down. So guys, I think we are ready for Arsenal. Hopefully we'll come out on top. Can't remember whether we're going to be home or away. So it is at this point where wins are crucial for the team. Wins are absolutely crucial. But Ronaldo's back, so that is good. And we are going to be home. So it's very important that we stop Arsenal from scoring, guys. If they score, that could give them an advantage for the future. But hey, if they score just one goal and we're scored by 5 goals, we're obviously going to be in the lead. So my squad is looking great, right? They are looking great. They're all fit. Ronaldo's back. Hopefully he can get some goals for us. Juan Carlos is in goal. Marquinhos has returned along with us. Yes, Luke, you have missed a lot, dude. But I will explain about Juan Carlos. What had happened, Carl Chucker will probably fill you in as well. I bought Juan Carlos in the January transfer window this season. And the reason why I bought him was because me and Carl Chuckle had a bet from time ago. And he said to me, I bet you that the Shamrock Rovers are going to make it to the group stage from the playoffs in the Europa League. And I said to him, you are on. If they do make it to the group stage in the Europa League, I will let you choose one player for me to buy in the January transfer window. And he decided for it to be Juan Carlos. And he is a very good goalkeeper. I must admit, he's got quite a couple of clean sheets. Whether he does better than Diego Alves, we have yet to find out. This is the team, guys. We are against Arsenal. Fingers crossed. Here we go. And we defeat Arsenal 2-0. Thank you, Juan Carlos, for a clean sheet. Thank you, Silva, for scoring. Thank you, Ronaldo, for scoring. Benzema gets a yellow card and Neymar gets a straight red. He's going to be banned from the next Champions Cup game. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed. So we've got 2 emails. Neymar's been suspended. Has a 1-match banned. And suspension is over for Coentrao. So we're going to delete our archive messages. Yes, Juan Carlos is a 90 rated goalkeeper. He is one of the world's greatest goalkeepers in my FIFA community as we speak. So moving on, our next game is going to get Stade de Reims. Hopefully we'll come out on top. Stade de Reims stand in the table at 13th. So theoretically, we could play the second team. They've already had their game this month. Normally I give them 2 if I'm feeling generous. As a matter of fact, I'm going to let them have this second game. Or should I let them get a game against Troyes when the first team are a little bit tired from the Arsenal game? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let the first team play. We do have 4 days in between for the Champions Cup. Let the first team play. Luco, I am so glad you mentioned that because I am pleased to tell you in Season 5, Laporte is going to be joining PSG for free. So don't you worry about that, my main man. As for this crucial team, Rugani is going to be banned from this match. So Coentrao can go back to the squad he deserves to be on. First team looks ready. Sule does have really high potential, and I understand Laporte does too, but it'll be interesting to have both of them beside each other. Maybe perhaps in my squad. Who knows? These older guys, they're doing great, but there's going to have to be a time where we bring on the newer generation. So, home game against Stade de Reims. Hopefully we'll come out with a victory. Cross your fingers, guys. Let's get crack-a-lacking. And we come out with a victory, guys. Another clean sheet by Joan Carlos. It is 2-0. Tielemans and Neymar were our goal scorers today, and Silva receives a yellow card. Hopefully you won't get a match ban. That's 3 points coming home, guys. I am a very happy manager. 2 emails. Let's check them out. Press conference for the Arsenal game. We are going to motivate my squad as usual. And the suspension is over for Rugani, so he can continue to play in the next match. But he's not going to, because we have Champions Cup. And our first squad is going to be at the ready. But unfortunately, Neymar has a red card. So Rugani will go on the bench alongside Romagnoli. And this is what's going down. Ronaldo, being a left winger, is going to go in the left wing position. And then Perisic is going to cover in the left midfield. So he'll be behind Ronaldo, support him, trying to get those assists. So that'll be our first squad, which means we're going to need someone new on the bench. So I've decided on the bench is going to be Romagnoli. I mean, sorry, not Romagnoli. He's on the bench as we speak right now, but Stan Bowley is going to be on the bench alongside Rabiot. So, Joan Carlos stats. We will check Joan Carlos's stats at the end of the season, Card Tracker. I want to leave it a little bit of a suspension and build some tension, and we'll find out who is the better goalkeeper between him and Diego. So don't you worry. This is why I placed Joan Carlos in the first team permanently, so he can catch up with the amount of games that Diego had. So actually, I've changed my mind. We're going to check out their stats at the end of this month to see where they stand toe-to-toe as goalkeepers for PSG. So we are coming forward, coming up to the second leg of this Arsenal game. We do have an advantage at the moment. I can't remember our last game. I do believe it was, let me see on recent results for Arsenal. Yes, we defeated them 2-0, so huge advantage at the moment. They did not score away, but now we are away. So we definitely need to come up with the win. We got to stop them from scoring. If they beat us 1-0, we'll still go through. It's absolutely fine. My team is looking solid. I'm very proud of my team. They are ready for this Champions Cup. My subs are ready. Are you guys ready? I sure hope so. Let's do this. Bang! PSG still win. It's 4-1 on aggregate, and we are going through, boys, of the Champions Cup. Luco would like me to see how Antoine Griezmann is doing. I can tell you, Luco, he did get bought by from Atletico Madrid to another club. Now, I can't remember which club that was, but I will get to that shortly. So, we did with 2-1. Robben was a goal scorer along with Benzema today. Silva gets a yellow card. 2 substitutions made. Rugani comes on for Silva. And Romagnoli comes on for Marquinhos. Looking at the Arsenal squad, our former player Uria is there. Vertonghen is there. Who else we got? Cavani is there. He was one of the first major signings that we sold in our squad. But yes, we could have had Welbeck at PSG in our 5th season, sorry, but he did not accept any 3 of our deals. Decent squad we got right there, guys, but our one was just better, and we've knocked Arsenal out of the Champions Cup and progressed through. I think our teams so far have been quite good, not as hard as they normally are, but we do have a couple of emails. Tournament prize money of $6,480,000. It's always nice. And suspension is over for Neymar. I'm sure he's bummed out with the fact that he had to miss out that game. So we want our second team to play today. Peru wants me to manage their national team. I'm going to reject that, and then delete any messages off of my archives. So we want my second team to play today. Give the first team a chance to rest. So our top 3 is going to be Tevez, Ongenda and Augustine. Perisic just played a game, but he's going to play again for the second squad. Stambali and Rabiot being in the middle. Hebron on the right. I don't want Marquinhos in this team. I want Romagnoli to come back alongside Rugani and Digne with Alves in goal. Sporting beat Real Madrid as well. Wow. Jesus, Sporting are on fire. Knocking out two of the strongest teams in Spain. We're going to check that out very soon, guys. So that's three things we've got to check. We've got to check the stats of Diego Alves and Joan Carlos. Check out the table fixtures for the Champions Cup to see who's gone through or not. And we need to check out Antoine Griezmann's where he stands at the moment in his career. So I'm just having a look at the bench for the second team. It does look really well. I don't think Tevez should be in the second team. It was Bayabek that normally plays there. Romagnoli, Rugani and Digne, they're back. Alves is there. That all looks well and good. So we'll save that from there. So first things first, guys, before we continue more gameplay, let's have a look at the fixtures of our Champions Cup. In the quarterfinals, we did defeat Arsenal. Real Madrid defeated Sporting CP 3-0. I thought you said Sporting defeated Real Madrid. Manchester United defeated Chelsea. Woo! FC Bayern defeated Manchester City. FC Bayern also defeated Manchester City. Wow. Corner Card Jackal, Snooper Vision is going to come on this video in 2041. Holy snap. Yes, so Sporting CP did defeat Real Madrid 1-0, but they did not go through because Real Madrid destroyed them 3-0. So it looks like Real Madrid are going through to the semi-finals of the Champions Cup. We are going through to the semi-finals. Manchester United are going through to the semi-finals. And it looks like FC Bayern are going through to the semi-finals of the Champions Cup. So guys, you have it right there. Those Champions Cup fixtures are going to be available to us right now, and we're going to have a look. So please bear with me. It can be a little bit slow. Wally has joined us, guys. How's it going, Wally? I hope you're doing really well. It's okay, Luco. Luco. I know you were wrong, mate, but don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. So 4 best teams in the Champions Cup in the world today, guys. PSG, Manchester United, FC Bayern and Real Madrid will be kicking off in the semi-final of the Champions Cup in this season. We do have our work cut out for us. So, I did say to Luco I would have a look at where Antoine Griezmann is standing at the moment. So, let's have a sneak peek, guys, at Griezmann. Someone who I was considering at the time when I bought Benzema to PSG. I was umming and ahhing whether Benzema should join Ibrahim. Benzema should replace Ibrahimovic or Griezmann. And Luco was there with me at the time, and he said Griezmann. He wanted Griezmann to be a part of the squad, but I felt very passionate about Benzema coming, and he's done a splendid job so far. And guys, we also have Sheldon Scott, who said he's missed February and March. I'm so sorry about that, dude. At the end of the season, don't you worry. You won't miss out in a single episode because I'm going to put all of these videos onto my YouTube channel. I'm going to send the link in the discussion tab where you guys can click on that and get up to date with all of the videos throughout the entire season. So don't worry. I do have a face cam, Wally. I don't like to use it so often because of work reasons. I understand a lot of people that I work with, there's always that possibility that they could find me. And sometimes I do act really immature in these videos, and so I should. It is who I am. I'm not going to change that. And if they've got a problem with that, then that's a shame, because this is me in my personal time doing a personal thing. And so I don't know, I might get the face cam back, guys. I do miss showing the face cam, because you guys can see my reactions in the flesh. But I wanted to talk to you guys about that, because I want all of you guys, all of you lot, Luco, Car Chuckle, Wally, Sheldon, I want all 4 of you guys to be a part of a project that I'm thinking of doing for a game. And I'm going to actually create an event. I really want to create an event known as, I'm going to get into that a little bit later, but let's stay on topic, guys. Antoine Griezmann, 28 years old striker, plays for Schalke 04. The Frenchman with 86 overall, valued at $50 million. He's getting paid $210,000 a week. He's in OK form, but he's content. Match fit. He recently arrived from Atletico Madrid for $63,500,000. So that answers your question, Luco. That answers your question. And if you want him that badly, Luco, you're going to need to gamble with me. You're going to need to have a bet, right? A bet where both of us can come out with getting something what we want. I love making this series entertaining. So, Luca, come up with a suggestion. What kind of bet do you want? I tell you what, Luke. I tell you what. This is the bet, okay? I've got the bet. I've got the bet down to a T. Champions Cup. I have never won the Champions Cup in any of my seasons, okay? This is the deal, Luco. I'm going to do a personal deal with you, a personal bet. If we win, if PSG wins the Champions Cup this season, I will buy Griezmann in the summer transfer window. 5th season of PSG, I will buy Griezmann as my #1 signing. He will come to the club. I promise. Benzema is way better. This is the thing, Car Chuckle. Benzema is doing a great, but we can't tell whether Griezmann would do better in this squad or not. How about had Griezmann and Benzema up front? Them two together, the 2 Frenchmen, that would be phenomenal, wouldn't it? That would be like a dream come true for Paris Saint-Germain. So, Luco, is that a deal? Deal or no deal? If I win the Champions Cup, I will buy Griezmann as my first signing in the summer transfer window. I promise. In the meantime, guys, we're almost coming up, I guess, to the end of this episode. We have 3 more matches. I want to try and breeze through them, guys. We do have an extra match. Lionized is not going to be our last match, and I'm hoping that we don't run out of time. So I'm probably just going to end the month, despite it going over the time limit. And Luco says deal. That is it, guys. You heard it. If I win the Champions Cup, I will buy Antoine Griezmann and for season 5 in the summer transfer window. So we've got Troyes. We're going to play our second squad. The second squad looked good. So let's sim this game. We are at home. Without further ado, let's get crack-a-lacking. And there you have it, guys. We absolutely destroyed Troyes 4-0. Our goal scorers today, Ronaldo, Ongenda, Perisic and Rabiot. 2 yellow cards, 1 for Rugani and Bale. And the substitutions made today. Benzema came on for Bayabek, very accurate. Ronaldo came on for Augustine, very accurate. Which means Bale came on for Stambouli. Once again, going into that centre midfield. Now, Car Chuckle reckons I should get Julian Bagou for the second squad next season. Who is Julian Bagou? Or is it Beju? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it, guys. I'm terrible. You know what I'm like. We've got 2 emails. One is a press conference. We are going to motivate the PSG squad like we always do. And Gareth Bale has accumulated too many yellow cards, so he is suspended. So, Kim Ki-hee, what a name. Choker. Right, so our next game, guys, is the Coupe Nationale semi-finals against Olympique Lyonnais. I do hope we come out with the victory. I do not recall winning the Coupe Nationale. I don't think we have. I know we've won the Coupe de Ligue, but I don't think we won the Coupe Nationale, so that would be awesome. Absolutely awesome. Card Tracker reckons I should scout him. Kim Ki-hee. I will do that later, guys. I want to try and finish this episode. And I will scout players next month. In the meantime, we have an away game against Lyonnais, Coupe Nationale semi-finals. This is it, boys. I'm going to need to make sure my best squad is available. So Benzema is playing up front. Ronaldo's going back to that left midfield. Neymar's going back in the wing. I think Bale being excluded from this game, Robben is going to have to replace him in that right wing. And then Perisic is going to have to go for that right midfield positioning. Tielemans will be behind Benzema. Modric is in CDM Silva. Marquinhos and Coentrao will be on defence with João Carlos at the ready. So, on the bench, guys, we have Berbet, Ongena, Augustin, Rabiot, Stambouli, Rugani and Romagnoli. So, I am ready for this game, guys. Absolutely ready. And I hope you guys are too. I do promise to scout all those players mentioned in the comments below after we finish this episode. So, guys, without further ado, in this away game, it is the Coupe Nationale against Olympique Lyonnais, our rivals. Without further ado, let's get crack-a-lacking. Come on, boys. Come on. Please do this for me. Get to the final. No! Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. I flipping hate you, Lyonnais. I flipping hate you. Bastards. I'm sorry, guys, for swearing. Ugh. So annoying. God damn it. I'm pissed. We've been knocked out of the Coupe Nationale as well, guys. We're not going to get the treble this season. Oh. Man, that's annoying. Robben scores a goal. See, without Bale, we were just lost. Carlos, you let me down. Or do we blame the defence? You know what? I'm going to blame it on Bale for not being eligible. Perisic, you ain't good enough. Benzema and Neymar get subbed off for Berbek and Ongena, so at least that was accurate. And Coentrao and Modric get yellow cards. That's so frustrating, guys. You don't understand. Oh, I'm pissed. But that's what's good about simulations. You never know what's going to happen. We do receive a tournament prize money of 302,000. And the suspension is over for Gareth Bale. Whoop-de-doo. Oh, I'm so annoyed, guys. Yeah, I do react like that, Sheldon. You need to get used to that, mate. Sometimes I get really annoyed and rage. Okay, let's put Bale back on. Perisic needs to get back on this bench. So I think he should be replacing Stambouli. Yeah, let's replace Stambouli. Alright, that's it. We are going to move on. We're going to get over it. We're going to need to focus on the Champions Cup and the Liga now. We can still get the double. We could still get the double, people. We've got a press conference coming up. Right, Wally, I've got Alaba. He's going to be joining the PSG squad in Season 5 for free. So don't you worry. He's coming to the squad. We're going to go to this press conference and we're going to be mean. We're going to unnerve Real Madrid. Something we haven't done for a very long time, and it's probably going to bite us in the arse. But we are going to unnerve Real Madrid and say that we are going to tear them up and destroy them into millions of pieces. This is it, boys. Champions Cup first leg. Bale, Benzema and Ronaldo. Even Coentrao. Even Modric. I have half of Real Madrid's squad right here. We're going to destroy them, guys. Yes! Come on! Come on! Come on! Let's do this. I'm ready. Are you with me, boys? Say yes! Okay. Not a good start. It is a draw, 1-1. Ronaldo gets injured, but he was our goal scorer. We have our former goalkeeper, Benaglio, playing for Real Madrid. Martinez, a former player of ours. Alright, Muller plays for Real Madrid now. I forgot about that. And yeah, can't believe we drew with them. Tielemans gets a yellow and Neymar comes off for Ongenda. So Ongenda is really getting the first team play. So that's okay. We do receive 3 emails. So these are the emails, guys. Just before we end the episode, Cristiano Ronaldo suffered a pulled groin and will be out for 7 days. Yuri Tielemans has picked up a suspension because he's accumulated too many yellow cards. And Alves has said, I was expecting a bigger role at the club as was offered to me when I signed for you. So far, I have not been given the chance to perform that role. This is what I was talking about, Card Chuckle. I knew Alves would complain because he's a crucial first team player. But I really love your support. I think I might be able to manage a win in the second leg. And I think Alves should play it. I think he needs to be promoted back into the first team because he's complaining about his role. Alright, we've got a new spectator known as Joe Smith. Joe, I'm deeply apologetic, mate. But I'm afraid the episode is going to be ended right there. So, Joe, if you stay tuned, my name is Millsy-saurus. This is my FIFA 16 Paris Saint-Germain Career Mode Season 4, Episode April. I will see you guys for Episode May. Or is this Episode March? I can't remember. You guys can figure that out. But I will see you in the next episode. So please, guys, stay tuned. Come and watch me. It's going to be a blast. We're going to have so much fun. And I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. So without further ado, I wish you all a very goodbye. And I'll see you in a couple of seconds. Take care and goodbye.